Hello students, absolutely wonderful to see you, even if it is only virtually, and I am absolutely delighted, as are your staff, that we have a date for your return to us. This short video is just to give you a little bit more information. I have already written to your parents and will send out further information during the course of this week. As you know, you are all coming back to us the week beginning the 8th of March. We are going to have to stagger this start to school because of the government expectation that we test you all for COVID. So you will be receiving a day and a time slot for your appointment. It is so important that you come on time, please, at your allocated slot. Make sure that you are there, make sure you are ready, and we have your consent information. Can I just remind you that one of our first priorities around COVID is making sure that students do not come into school if you have any of the COVID symptoms. So please make sure that you are familiar with these and you are not coming into school if you display any of them. When you come into school, you will arrive at the tennis centre entrance, the fire exit, as shown here. And we will check at that point that you are in the right time slot. This is like a military operation. We absolutely need to make sure you are here on time. You need to remember your masks, and they should be plain or a TPS one. We will have some spares because the government have now stepped up their guidance even further and have confirmed that masks must be worn in lessons too. So do make sure that you have the correct mask. I also want to remind you about your uniform. I know that some of you may have grown. My own 2 secondary school children have also, but you do have this week and last week you had to make sure that you have your uniform as expected. Nothing around our expectations of uniform has changed. We want you in your uniforms, being proud to be part of our fantastic school. We will support you if there are any uniform issues, and calls will be made over the coming weeks to make sure, over the coming week, to make sure that you are ready. Please do get your parents to email into us if there are any major concerns. You also, on that first day, need to have your core questions, school books, curriculum booklets and equipment and art materials, etc. So you need a large school bag with you. If you had a laptop or a device from us during the lockdown, whilst you were working at home, you do not need to bring that back in on the first day. You need to keep that at home for future use. Once you come into school and we've checked everything and your consent, you will go up to the hall for testing. The hall now looks like a medical centre because we've been testing on site for several weeks now. Once you are registered, there is a seating area, and we will be displaying a short and helpful video to tell you what to do because you have to carry out the test yourself. We're there to help and support and guide you, but you will carry out the tests yourself. But please don't worry, we are here to support you, and that's why we have the staggered start times as well. Once you've been tested, you'll wait in the dance studio, which has been set up with socially distanced seating, and we will check at that point that you have everything you need for your learning and your return fully to school. Once you hopefully get your negative result, you will be escorted to your base room or for a one-to-one interview depending on your year group. And your teachers will tell you what you need to do when you're in your base room waiting for the rest of your group. On this first day, we'll remind you of all of the normal routines, transitions, lunch times, break times, entrances, exits, etc. So please don't worry about remembering it all now. But there is a lot of stuff to go through. So try and familiarise yourself with it. There is some information in your planners. There's also some information on our website. We want to make sure that we can hit the ground running and continue with our excellent learning that has happened over this lockdown period. It has been a difficult year for us all. I'm so proud of what our school has achieved despite this pandemic. It is truly humbling. We need to continue working together to keep the bar high and ultimately keep each other safe. Infection rates in Telford are still quite high, so we need to make sure that we are working together, being sensible, protecting each other and following our school rules maturely. We can do this next step together. Look at what we've accomplished so far. Thank you in advance for being the very best versions of yourselves and for respecting yourselves and each other. We are all looking forward to seeing you in person. Please take care and remember, I know your education is so important. It is a privilege and it is an expectation. So we do expect to see you here fully equipped and ready to hit the ground running. Thank you in advance and do email through any questions that you have. We will be answering them as we always do. Look forward to seeing you. Do take care.